morning, guys. Rick Shaw here on Friday the 29th of July 2022. Like I said, this month is smoking. Yesterday we got out and got our car all washed up and cleaned. It was pretty bad from the trip. I'll tell you what, though, the dang thing did a fantastic job on the trip. I do really love this car. Having a station wagon with the kids is perfect. Wish it just had the back seats aiming backwards, like in the old days. But we really liked the roof rack. It was pretty cool. But last night we had a hell of a rain. But that roof rack, I think, looks good. It works great coming home. We had all them bananas and stuff on there. I think it actually looks better too without those hubcaps on there. Makes it look tough. We've really taken good care of it. The oil gets changed regular with AMS oil, synthetic. The gearbox, we've done that like three, 4 times already. The gearbox actually you can use in a pinch regular 1030 motor oil in it. It doesn't take a heavyweight gear oil, but it has a special 1030 weight. AMS oil makes the product for that. We've already cleaned out the brake fluid, sucked it all out, and done that. It did really good on the trip. Got pretty good mileage with all the slow stuff we were doing in the rough roads. But the tires on it are good that we replaced. We'll get her in for service to have them look at the brakes again. I think next time, though, if I have to replace brakes, I'll just do it myself. Put a new spring kit in the back. It's drums in the back on this one. We did have a problem on the trip. My phone slipped down. I always have a towel so nothing falls down between the console and the seat, and the phone slipped in there. I'm not kidding you. You talk about a chore getting it out of there. They made a black hole in this car. So that's just the way that goes. But I was watching a little bit of the news on there. I see this lead singer of the rock band The Who. He's got a big thing on there. Morning. He's got a big thing on where now he wants social media to stop any, he calls it disinformation, about this punky mox that's going on. Well, if these things, Facebook and all the different social media places, if they were really stopping the disinformation and non-information, they'd be shutting him up. So, they're not putting out a lot of stuff. People are getting sick, and they're not pointing the finger at the cause. I mean, anybody, even if you're the thing that they coerced everyone into getting, you gotta say they just refuse to look at that. So, but they're pulling so much stuff on us now. I see in the States they want to start a third party. They're going to start promoting this, and it's the Dems and the Repubs got together, and they're going to start a third party. Oh boy, then they're going to definitely shove it up the wazoo, guys. It's all a bunch of baloney, if you ask me. It's a royal shame, but that's the stuff they're pulling on us, and I don't know. But they got the other thing that made me laugh was they got a Punky Mox outbreak in San Francisco, and they're saying it's because of the Happy Boys. That's how they're transmitting it. Now they're going to do an outbreak. I also seen in Washington, D.C. and New York, the mayors are all crying the blues because, it's going to put a big thing, all these illegals coming through, and they're putting the pressure on our money. Well, why weren't they? They didn't care when it was Texas and California and all these other places getting hammered by these people that they're just letting them pour through. And they're changing the definition of recession so they can say there isn't one. I mean, it's the news media, the stuff they put out. They're just crapping you. It's just a big pile of baloney, and people are sucking up to it. They're really buying into a lot of this stuff. But some of the news where people are waking up, they're suppressing. They're not telling you what really is going on. So, you got to take everything with a grain. I still got my Telegram channel up. I put stuff up there I find interesting. Hope some of you folks check it out. Tomorrow we're doing a live at 6:30 a.m. Manila time, and 0630 for you military guys. And we're getting that. It's going to be themed for the new guys coming. There's been so many questions, and I'm sure other vloggers have been getting a lot of questions too about people who've been living here for a while, what to expect and all that. And I have way over 1,000 vlogs already, and but you know, it's hard to look through all them. So I hope a bunch of guys that are here, vloggers already, can join in on that. And if anybody has questions, you know, you can ask not just me, but a bunch of guys. You know, I know Tropical Tim, he's been here for a while. Mark Rowlands, Wes, people that I know personally, and other ones that I talk to. You know, I talk to. I haven't met them personally yet, but I talk to quite a few guys. So hopefully that we can help you guys out with the things that's going on in this country, because there's a lot of people want to bail. You know, I just talked to a friend of mine who used to say I was crazy for wanting to move to the Philippines when I retire and all this sort of stuff. And I said, no, I'm going. And guess what? Now he's been questioning me. You know, I'm thinking of, you know, I can get a pretty good price for my house, and you know, he's getting ready to retire. I believe he's going to be retiring before the end of the year, and he's just says, man, here in the States it's just bad. And he had settled in Illinois, and all the crap that they pull on these people. These blue states they're pulling a bunch of crap on everybody. You know, so it's a real shame. And you know, some of the places I seen masks. I think they're going to put a mask if you put it on your bum. That'll keep you from getting the punky mox. So I tell you what, just really crazy. I did get my mirrors on the bike. We're going to be doing that Mindoro trip, and I need good mirrors because they stop all the motorcycles down there. We saw that on a regular basis, but they wanted to sell me for Yamaha. I didn't like the mirrors anyway from Yamaha. They should be round on this bike. If you look at this bike, it's old school. Spokes, drums, Kickstarter, big old beautiful round headlight, what I like. And they had these modern crazy mirrors. Well, I got these nice round ones. I couldn't get the black ones. The only thing they had was like carbon fiber, and I didn't think that fit the bike. But they seem to work pretty good. They don't vibrate and shake when I'm driving down the road. I had to get adapters for this because there's left and right-handed threads on these. So I got the adapters here, and then I just went ahead and put the old ones on so that it would raise it up a little bit more for me. And I can see pretty good behind me with these. They're good glass mirror. And I wish they were out a little bit farther, but I guess in traffic this will be okay from hitting other people's mirrors. But we figured out it's going to be easy to put the tire. If I put the tire on here and bungee strap it in, it'll sit on the fender. We should be okay. I already got in here and checked this. Loctited the bolts yesterday when I was putting the mirrors on. I saw a lot of these bikes down where this whole back assembly was just shaking real bad. And I went ahead and took care of that yesterday while I was doing the stuff. And of course we got the car cleaned up, and just did a few little things. We got our shopping done. We carried. I love this rack though, guys. I'm telling you, that really worked out great, because these bananas, believe it or not, that's heavy. I had two like this. They were super heavy. Plus we had coconuts and all kinds of heavy stuff, and the rack held it no problem. I was checking it every time we stopped. Nothing's come loose on it. Somebody said, "Oh, you could have got a better rack." Yeah, well, yeah, there's a lot of nicer racks, but I didn't want a big, heavy, sturdy rack on top of this buggy. I didn't want to spend a lot of money, and I wanted something lightweight. So when I go to take it off, it's not too heavy. You know, right now I got this problem with the shoulder, and you know, it's it's definitely not good. Last night we had a super rain here. It downpoured. It started in the middle of the night. It was so loud upstairs, woke me up. So I was sitting up, going through the news, looking at the different things. Couldn't sleep with all the noise. Kids slept right through it though. My wife slept through it. But it was a heck of a downpour. I have to honestly say one nice thing about this when I came out in it. It was really, really raining hard and straight down though. And this place, I have to say, it drains really well. When they set up the sewage and the drains, it just, we had a river by the curbs going down, and especially where those sandbags are. It was puddling up over there, but it all drained out of here real good, and it gets down to the end, and just no problem. I went all the way down to the end over there, and it's just draining, no problem at all. So I didn't go up to the front section, but because it was raining, and even with the umbrella, I was getting wet. But nice rain. Real nice rain. The sun's going to be a real hot one today. I can feel it already. But me and I sweat. That was one thing when I was down in Mindoro, how much I was sweating compared to here, just dripping. And I noticed the Filipinos don't. They don't sweat. Morning, guys.
Good ahead.
But good morning. And we got some clouds over the mountain today. We were talking about things down in Mindoro, and we loved it. Kids loved it. We can't wait to get back there. We're going to do whatever we can to get the move done. Not going to sell this house. Going to keep it so when the kids get big, if they want to come back up here, they got a place to stay. But we want to do Mindoro. And the one thing I didn't like, though, was a lot of the guys have these motorcycles, and they open up the exhaust. They either change it to another pipe or they were running open pipes. And of course, those kind of guys, whenever they're driving, they got to rev them, vroom, 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 That was one thing I didn't think too much. And I did notice down there they have checkpoints, and they stop all the bikes. They stop them all the time. But we were sitting in a line, and they were going through, and I saw a guy in front of us that passed us that had a wide open pipe on his bike, and he was zooming, and they let him go. They seemed to let those guys go down there. But that was something that was annoying. It really wasn't that bad. I shouldn't complain that much because there wasn't that many of them, but that's the way they goes. I did see some nice bikes down there that were so quiet. The Yamaha's nice and quiet. When I was sitting out front, there were people going by. The Yamahas were quiet. There was some of the Hondas, the one that have the rotary gearbox. I forget which model it is. It's a 125 though, and it's got the engine horizontal sticking out the front. And those ones were just whisper quiet. I really thought that was cool. But we're going to be making our trip whenever the fellow's done with our tricycle. LTO man said, get it done here. So we're going to do that, and we're looking forward to getting that taken care of. And one of the things we're going to do when we get down there, when we make, like over our well, we want to put a roof. And I was thinking of using these things. These things these guys are loading. Hey guys, you can make these brackets go any which way. And I was thinking that would be nice just to concrete a couple of those posts in the ground, galvanized posts, put those connectors on for like a roof thing, make a lean-to roof. And that would be an inexpensive way to have a roof. And that's just for some coverings, over there. We're looking at these Kubo houses in Nipa Hut, and they got these big roofs, but whenever those go, I would rather have like a metal roof, something a little bit better, because those things, I don't know how it's going to be with rot and fungus on these. I never saw it to be too much of a problem, but we came back here to this house. My wife had to have it closed up. I would have rather left some windows cracked open, and had to close the upper bathroom window because we got this big monitor lizard that comes in the house and poos, so we had to close that one. But we had some fungus on stuff, from sitting, with it get hot and then it cools at night, so the moisture was just getting on everything. So we had to do a big cleaning when we got home. So you got to watch for that when you close up a house. You need the ventilation. We still want to get some bars and stuff on these windows. The guy's kind of busy right now, but whenever he's ready, we're not in any big hurry. Hopefully we'll be able to get moved by the beginning of next year, and by then we'll hope we have the bars on the windows and stuff like that, and just close the place up, turn the power off at the panel, shut everything off, shut the water off, and just leave her sit. We'll still have to keep the PLDT because that's a contract, so we'll be paying. But we also heard we can get PLDT down there on the road we're on. A lot of people have the satellites just to get internet. Now, what was really funny, on one of the videos, we went down to that big river. We walked way back in, and couldn't believe the great signal my wife had. I didn't even bring my phone. I figured I ain't gonna have signal anyway. And boom, she had full bars on her phone. So down there they had a good signal, and she's using the DITO. One of the things here, if you're going to move around a lot, that seems to be the best SIM card to have. It pretty much works better than any other I found. Globe, from what my personal experience with Globe SIM cards, they were absolute crap. They didn't want to work anywhere we were. Smart's the next best one, but you still get dead spots all over. But the absolute best one that works for us is the DITO SIM card. I can't put it in my note that I got from Wes. It just won't work, even though I loaded it. I wound up taking it off. And that one only holds one SIM card, so I can't have them both. Yeah, but my wife had great signal. Hey guys, she had great signal down there, and that's good. She's going to keep in contact with the tricycle guy. I hope he takes pictures during the build. You know, I'd like to be there, but we also thought when we get down there, we'll get these holes dug, get the pillows. I call them pillows anyway. And with these uprights that they do, I'll have to show you one over here. We'll walk over here and how they do it to make the house good and strong. I know our house, the foreman was saying we have 11 of those underneath, and it goes all the way up to the second floor. And they put the block, and then they concrete in, and they put wood around it, and they concrete that in to make it good and strong. I'd like to run rebar right through that. You know, when they put the block up, have the rebar going right through that, and I think that would make it a little bit extra strong. But we'll walk down here and I'll show you what I was talking about. But I think I'm just going to go do them myself. I'll get that guy who welds to make me one of those benders. I put the site on my other phone for how to do those. I actually took pictures of it, how to bend these pillows so that they're good and strong, not the way they do them. But this is what they do. Now this one has 10 uprights, and this is what they do. They got these big old concrete. Well, it's full of water here, but it's all concrete down on the bottom. And then they put these going all the way up to the second floor, and then they bend them. They bend stuff for the floors, and they tie all this in, so it makes it good and strong. We had by the way, we had a earthquake here the other day, Wednesday, 7.1 or 7.2. There, different news sites said different things. We didn't feel it down here at Lipa. I know they felt it in Manila, but it was well north of Manila. I can't remember the town, but some people got killed. I did notice that one of the World Heritage sites was damaged, so I'm thinking it was a lot of older buildings that collapsed. They had some pictures of where the building fell over, and I think 6 people were killed and hundreds wounded from this. Those old buildings, they can't take a big shaker, and once it gets up over 7, that's a pretty damn good shaker. I know Kenneth, who's on the channel all the time, he's right in the thick of that. He could probably post on there what he felt and stuff like that. I think he's going to be on the live tomorrow, and we'll get you guys that are planning on coming here, try to get you the best information we can, not just from me, hopefully from a bunch of the other guys that are in country here. So, but I'm going to go ahead and let you go so this don't get too long. I want you guys all to take care. Don't forget to talk to the good Lord. Talk to him every day. And I saw a thing on there. People always praying and asking for stuff. Don't forget to thank him for every breath you get, guys. Never forget that. And this is Rick Shaw out.